What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts you can be using right now in Call of Duty Warzone. Now, these are going to be in no particular order, and I always recommend use what's most comfortable to you, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to be pushing your enemies, and if you're not pushing your enemies, you're not going to get more kills, which is kind of the point. I've got a ton of loadouts for you today, including some Modern Warfare 2 weapons that I think are really solid. So if you like this style of video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noti bell so you can always stay up to date on the current meta. Let's get a word from our sponsor over at PrizePicks, and we'll get into it. Today's video is sponsored by our friends over at PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 3 million members. PrizePicks offers traditional sports like NBA, NFL, and MLB, and they also offer esports like Apex Legends, Valorant, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, and of course my personal favorite, Call of Duty. You can now win up to 25 times your money on making esports lineups on PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. For this week's Call of Duty matchups, I've got Snoopy for more than 53 kills on maps 1 through 3, Kleenex for more than 54 kills on maps 1 through 3, Ghosty for more than 54 kills on maps 1 through 3, and Hugh for more than 51 kills on maps 1 through 3. So download PrizePicks today, use code MARVEL, and get up to $100 matched on your first deposit. Or just click the link down below in the description of this video. Thank you again to the team over at PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into it. All right, starting out with our first loadout, something I've started using a little bit more is the SOA Subverter. The SOA Subverter is so fun to run, more so as an AR than it is anything like mid-range AR, not really a long-range weapon. I paired it with the Lockman sub, the MP5. The MP5 seems pretty, it's usable. I don't think it's meta or anything like that, but this is a really solid loadout. If you've been looking for a loadout for the SOA Subverter or the MP5, I got you right here. And then we'll get into more of the meta weapons here in just a second. So for the Subverter, we're going with the Casus Break L muzzle, the Dozer 90 long barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, the 50 round drum, and the Motion V2 heavy stock. Show all these to you here in the firing range. Like I said, I'm really loving the Subverter. I think people kind of forgot about it. There's really not very much recoil on it at all. And then for that MP5, we got the Bruin Pendulum muzzle here. I've been using this a little bit more on my SMGs. I'm liking it. Not bad. Really solid recoil. Got an SMG with a lot of recoil. This is not a bad one. The XRK Edge BW4 hand stop. That's a mouthful. High grain rounds, 50 round drum, and the Lockman TCG10 rear grip. The MP5 really hits. Not bad at mid-range either, which is not something you're going to be using it at or anything, but movement's really solid as well. So we really like that one also. Then for the next loadout, I think this is the #1 long range option, and we'll go to gg's.ai here and look at this real quick. So #1 option is a sniper, right? More sniper, very solid, as you can see here down in orange. The lower it is, the lower the TTK, the faster it kills, all that good stuff. Okay, up until about a little past 25 meters, you actually have the STB 556, which we're going to give you a loadout for. Very solid on Rebirth Island, but the TAC Evolvere here in yellow, just so good out to 50 meters, which is great for Rebirth Island. Problem with it on Rebirth Island is it's just it's an LMG, a little slower LMG, so there's some better options. But so you got like out here for longer ranges, 45 meters, let's say 45 meters, TAC Evolvere. Got the red Holger 556, only has 40 rounds though. Blue, we've got the MTZ 556 next. The green, we have the STB 556, which is super solid at a longer range. And then I like my DG58 LSW, which is a longer range weapon. You're hitting so many more of your shots. I think this TTK needs to come down just a little bit because it is so good. And then I've got this paired with a DG58 LSW close range option, which is like the SMG build, which is a very solid option as well. We go here to our close range option. It's about middle of the pack here, but man, it feels really good. And even after the nerf, they nerfed it this week. That was like the fastest nerf I've ever seen of a weapon ever. But DG58 LSW, the aggressive build, the SMG style build, your middle of the pack hangs around with the Striker 9, and then even outperforms the Striker 9 out past 18 meters. So if you're looking for a very solid, very low recoil SMG that's as good as the Striker 9, DG58 LSW aggressive build. So but right here we got, WSP-9, still got that open bolt delay, which definitely holds it back, but again, it's the faster TTK. You got your MCW and your BP50 are my favorite two options for close range. And then of course you have the DG58 LSW, Striker 9, and then up there we've got the Striker. The Striker though is the fastest movement SMG, which is why I like it a little bit more. But anyway, so if you're looking for like the top 5 or top whatever SMGs or close range options, top 6, I guess, these are going to be it. And then for your ARs, these are going to be it. So check back in here and then you can grab the builds from the video. So for this TAC Evolvere, we're going with the Casus Break L muzzle, the LRF Righteous long barrel, the Hound 9G grip. I like the Jack Glasses optic. Use whatever sight makes you comfortable, and the Rampart heavy stock. And then we got the TAC Evolvere here, which is just so solid at any range. Very little recoil as well, but again, like I said, it just kind of slow moving for my taste. Then we have the DG58 LSW. You're gonna have to have that Jack Nightshade rifle kit here, 40 round mag, the Varanus steady grip. I like the Jack Glasses optic with the M13B compensated muzzle. Here's this DG. Sorry, this skin's really throwing it off for me. Then of course, we've beat it to death ever since season 1 is the SVA 545. It's just that it is like, that's just the long range meta right now. And then I paired it with the BP50, that BP50 SMG style build. Love this thing, dude. Love it. SVA going to the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor. I like the precision barrel, high grain rounds, 60 round mag, and the Jack Glasses optic. Puts this SVA in single fire mode here and just watch it go to work. You know what I mean? So it's just really, really solid, man. And for that BP50, baby, this is so much fun. Cassis brake muzzle, got the high grain rounds, the Scarlet laser. If you don't want a laser, put a sight on it, whatever sight makes you comfortable. The TRST 4 grip tape and the Jack Revenger kit. And we'll show these to you here in the firing range. And this thing actually hits pretty solid at mid range as well. I'm hitting shots at mid range like that. Little patch 20 meters there. Next up is the MTZ556. MTZ556 is great, and I've got this paired with the Striker 9. MTZ556, we're going with Cassis brake muzzle, Drifter heavy long barrel, or you can go with the Clinch Pro. I like the Drifter heavy a little bit more just because it gives it even more recoil control. Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, 50 round drum, and the Jack Glassless optic. There's that MTZ556 here in the firing range, just very little recoil as well. So much fun to run. Then for that Striker 9, I like the M13B muzzle, the XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, the 50 round drum, the Seiken ZX grip, along with the Striker factory stock for a little bit more mobility and movement speed. And even adding that mobility and movement speed stock here, you're going to get really, really solid recoil out of the Striker 9. This is actually probably my favorite loadout of this season so far. I like the DG58 LSW along with the WSP-9. A lot of fun to run. DG just doesn't move. And then you have the WSP-9. Again, it has the open bolt delay. So if you're like going head to head, you shoot at the same exact time as your other enemy, like you'll probably end up losing it. Like against like a Striker 9, you'll probably end up losing it. But if you get any kind of jump on your enemy at all, you're going to win with the WSP-9 every time. So for the DG58 LSW, we got the Cassis brake muzzle, Woody long barrel, Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, Jack Glassless optic, and the recoil reduction butt plate stock. Now there's a couple options here. You can take off the underbarrel if you want, put on the high grain rounds for a little bit more damage. You can even put the high grain rounds on along with the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor. Again, all of this is going to look and feel just fine. Like I said, very little recoil at all whenever you're doing any of this stuff. So a little bit more damage, a little bit more bullet velocity and all that good stuff. Run this one right here. If you like the one that I just gave you with the Bruin heavy support grip, this one just, I mean, this one doesn't move. Very satisfying to listen to. Just, I mean, the thing's not moving, man. So good. Actually, I ended up with 2 more bullets than I did with the other 2. So completely up to you there. Then for the WSP-9, M13B compensated muzzle, DR6 hand stop underbarrel, 50 round mag. I like the Marauder grip, and then no stock. And even with no stock, you think it would have like a ton of recoil. It just doesn't. It's just very, very fun to run. I would say probably 80 to 90% of your gunfights with this thing. Next up, we have the Holger 556 along with the Vel 46. Now, the Vel 46 isn't meta by any means, but it's very good and very usable. Holger 556, love this thing. Definitely meta in the top 5 for sure. But this Holger 556, we're going with the Cassis brake muzzle, the Cryos 6 match barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, the 40 round mag, and the Jack Glassless optic. Again, whatever sight makes you comfortable. And then you have the Holger 556 here. Remember, it only comes with 40 round mag, but very controllable, very solid at range as well. And then for the Vel 46, I like the Jack BFB or the M13B, whichever. The Lock DX barrel, DR6 hand stop underbarrel, 50 round mag or 60, whichever you prefer. And then the Vel A collapsed stock. This thing has pretty good movement speed as well. Very solid. Definitely really, really good up close. Mid range is kind of all over the place, even that Jack BFB. Then we have another Modern Warfare 2 AR, the M13B, my favorite Modern Warfare 2 AR, probably my favorite weapon of all time when it comes to Warzone. And then I have this paired with the Movement Striker. Love these two together. Absolutely a lot of fun to run. For this M13, got the Cassis Break Muzzle, Bruin Echelon Barrel, Bruin Heavy Support Grip Underbarrel, 60 round mag, and whatever sight makes you comfortable. I like the Jack Glassless. M13, man. So much fun to run. People keep saying it shoots marshmallows, but it just doesn't, because it did get a buff in the Season 3 Reloaded update. It's a lot more fun to run, in my opinion. And then for the Striker, we're going with the Zimmer compensated muzzle, Striker stubby barrel, DR6 hand stop underbarrel, 48 round mag, and no stock. And even with all of these movement attachments, this thing shoots ridiculously straight. That's with movement attachment. Yeah, it's good. Then we have the MCW. I've got this build as a little bit more sniper support, but again, the movement is great. And then we're pairing this with the Rebirth Car 98 or the MORS Sniper, which is the #1 technically long range option right now. For this MCW, I like the Zimmer compensated muzzle, the MCW Cyclone long barrel, 40 round mag. You have to have this Jack Raven kit on there. And then the Nightr model sight. This is a very, very solid option. Still very little recoil, very good at mid range, and even can be used at longer ranges. Then for this MORS Sniper, I like the Downfall light barrel. I built this for more ADS speed than anything. The Razor Hawk laser lights laser. I like the OP 980 grip, quick bolt, and the super light 90 stock. Again, the thing I like about this sniper so much is not only the ADS speed, right? But the fact that you don't have to sit here and reload a whole mag after you hit 5 shots. You just rechamber the bullet and you have 1 mag. Here's an exciting one, and here's something I think is usable. I'm going to be trying it more this week. I haven't done a video on it yet, but I'm going to be. The Rival 9. Everybody's been asking me for a loadout for it. I think I found one that's usable. Rival 9 has just been awful this whole entire time. Rival 9's good enough to use, okay? Then I've got the Holger 26, which I think is just like an underlying meta right now. I just don't think anyone's talking about it, and I love this Holger. I've been talking this Holger up for a while now, and just go back and look. But so I've got the Rival 9 paired with the Holger. Try this loadout out. Let me know how you like it. Leave a comment down below what you think about it. Zim 35 compensated flash, XRK edge hand stop underbarrel, high grain rounds, 50 round drum, and the Rival FA tactical stock for this Rival 9. Now this thing is going to move a little bit, maybe not, but again, it's not terrible, and you don't want to really use it at the 20 meter mark like you are right there, but at this range, not terrible, and I'm kind of excited to use it. Then we have the Holger 26 LMG, Cassis Break Muzzle, Holger Factory Barrel, Bruin Heavy Support Grip Underbarrel, the Ascent Lord Stock, and the Jack Glassless Optic. Use whatever sight makes you comfortable, but I love this loadout. This loadout's just, this one also doesn't move. I think it has a little bit faster TTK maybe than the DG58. Try it out. Then finally, we have the STB556 paired with the Ram 9. This STB556 is so good at 30 meters. Little over 30 meters, it kind of has a drop off, but again, at that 50 meter mark, we'll show you again right here in green, hangs in with the big boys when it comes to past this 45 meter mark. It's just, it's interesting. It's very interesting that this Modern Warfare 2 AR has stuck around and been this good. We went with the Cassis Break Muzzle, Bruin S620 barrel, Bruin Heavy Support Grip Underbarrel, 42 round mag. That's the biggest mag you can have, and that's why I don't love it, but it's very good. And then the Jack Glassless Optic. So solos, duos, this thing is 100% usable. Show this to you here in the firing range. Very little recoil, very fast TTK, a lot of fun. And then I've got this paired again with the Ram 9. Ram 9 is still very usable, very good. Zim 35, DR6 hand stop underbarrel, 50 round mag, Recon comb, and the Hunker stock. So those two here in the firing range, very good at that range right there. You're probably not going to use it at the 20 meter mark, but not bad. You got 15 bullets left at that point, so not bad at all. You're probably going to down at least 3 enemies with this thing. Very good. Thank you guys again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get like 1,000 likes on this video. Let's see what happens. Thank you guys again. Make sure to hit that noti bell, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video like this or like any of these. We'll see you in the next one.